Slave. What comes to your mind first when you read this word? A group of persons working like animals to live their life, right? Those who don't know, according to definition, a person who is legally owned by another and have no freedom of action or right to property. But why should you know this? What if I tell you that you guys are working as a slave your whole life and going to die as a slave? Pretty shocking, right? I am not talking about your corporate life. I am talking about your social media life. You guys are slaves of your mobile, especially of those multi-billion-dollar social media platforms. Let me explain it. First, I want you guys to imagine a hypothetical situation for a minute. Imagine you are falsely accused of a crime. You are standing in court. A judge sitting in front of you. A lawyer who is providing all his evidence and proofs to save you. You are the victim. After long, exhaustive hours of back and forth between the defendant and the prosecutor arguing the case and trying to prove their points, they get to a final verdict. And despite all of the efforts put by your lawyers and the clear evidence to why you're not guilty, the jury finds you guilty. Your final sentence to spend 30 years in jail. You were still in your 20s, and you have to spend your most valuable time in jail. The time in which you work hard to make your dreams come true. Now, I want to ask you how you feel in this situation. And honestly, we all believe your life will be pretty much over after 30 years of your life gone like that. Now, while you haven't been accused of any crimes and you haven't gotten any sentences, but the reason why I ran you through this entire scenario was to tell you that even though you haven't been accused of any crimes or convicted to any sentences, you are still going to pay those 30 years of your precious life in vain. In today's Gen Z generation, we guys spend most of our time scrolling reels, shorts, and watching unwanted content. According to the survey, recent reports proved that we spend 10 hours a day on our mobile phone, like half of our day in scrolling. Now calculate, if we take you are going to live 80 years, you have spent 30 years of your life on mobile phone. Pretty amazing, right? Now you understand why I put you in that hypothetical situation. I know you have tried many times to leave your phone aside and work on yourself, but we always end up scrolling again. This is a hard truth. But now, don't blame yourself for this. Yes, this is not your fault. Just think. The phone you are using is made by a $3 trillion company. The apps you are using, like TikTok, is worth an estimated $225 billion. Meta, who owns Instagram, Facebook, and WhatsApp, have a market cap of $900 billion. Alphabet, which owns Google and YouTube, is worth $1.7 trillion. And if you add Twitter and Snapchat into the mix, the total market cap of these companies is $2.8 trillion, and these are spending trillions of dollars every year just to make you their puppet, to gain your attention and make them money. Nothing is random, my friend. It's all planned. It's all planned to make sure you spend your most time on their apps. You are manipulated. They are using micro-habit manipulation on you. Now, who doesn't know, let me explain. When you first learned how to brush your teeth as a child, it was not as easy as now. Now you just wake up in half sleep and your hands automatically move towards your teeth and you brush. Why? When a habit is done for a long time, it becomes part of your life. By using this technique, social media platforms have gotten control over your brain. Ever happen that you are just sitting feeling bored and then your hand automatically opens Instagram and starts scrolling reels? You open YouTube to learn something, but you see an interesting short thumbnail. You tell yourself just one short, but just hours pass by, and then you don't remember what work you were going to do. Social media platforms have a button to turn on and off your brain. They are controlling it. I think you have understood what is the real truth that no one dares to tell you. Now the question arises how to move out of this trap. Don't worry, I am there for you, and I will take you out as I have taken myself out of this matrix. It will be explained in part 2. Don't forget to share it with your close one whom you want to take out of this trap. Stay tuned.